Good morning, y'all. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Something real new and dope I found recently. Shout out to Musta. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Yeah, I'm just bringing this Friday right. I found a lot of new dope joints, a lot of not hip hop joints, but you know what I'm saying? This is how I'm doing it on this Friday. Let's Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Cymarshall Law Show, episode 94. 94 feels like a good number. I'm not sure why. Maybe because one of my favorite years in hip-hop was 1994. So many dope albums. Maybe one of the best years in hip-hop. They say like 94, 88. For me, 2000, because that's just kind of the era that I kind of was blossoming in. However, I digress. You know how I like to start the show with the morning prayers to bless everybody. You know what I'm saying? Who's going to listen, who's listening. You know what I'm saying? So let's start out with that, with the morning prayers. Universal gods, God, creator of all things, cosmic intelligence, great architect, Jah! Thank you for allowing me to wake up today full of inner peace, inner happiness. Thank you for my healthy brain, my healthy heart, my healthy lungs, my healthy liver, my healthy kidneys. Thank you for all the listeners listening in their health, and thank you for blessing them and their families and their worlds. Universal gods, thank you for strength. Thank you for inner strength. Thank you for physical strength. Thank you for emotional well-being. Thank you for spiritual awareness. Thank you for knowledge of self. Thank you for material wealth. Thank you for understanding. Thank you for empathy. Thank you for passion and compassion. Thank you for good friends. Thank you for clarity of mind. And thank you for today. And thank you for blessing everybody listening. Universal God, we thank you. Amen. So, I wanted to call today's show, Listen to the Intuition. I once wrote a rhyme. I made a song called We All Know once. It was on my first album. And I said, listen to your intuition, it's the ear of your soul. Listen to your intuition, it's the ear of your soul. And I decided to call today's show, Listen to Your Intuition, because I feel like this is a superpower that a lot of us are neglecting to use. And because this is a superpower we're neglecting to use, we're not reaching our full capabilities. It's kind of like when the X-Men were just young and they went to Xavier's school for gifted mutants, and Xavier had to show them how they use their powers. I feel like there's a lot of humans out there not using their full potential because they don't realize that they're connected to a higher source. They often think, somebody close to me recently told me they don't have any friends. They always feel alone. And you know, during the conversation, I just had to remind them, like, yo, you are never alone. Never alone. Even in your darkest spaces, you're never alone. And I know that I'm never alone and you're never alone, because when I'm able to quiet my mind down, I can hear things. And I mean like super quiet, like meditating quiet, like I mean like quiet, like no noise. And when you can get like that, I feel like you can hear messages, but it's very hard to quiet down your mind if you're always in tune with social media, you're always on your phone, you're always taking opinions and advice from other people. Sometimes you just have to quiet down, and when you're able to quiet down, you hear these messages. They come in like whispers. And if you're able to capture these whispers, they'll direct your life in beautiful ways. They often say that your intuition will guide your life if you let it. But there's just so many people who don't believe in it, and because it's a faith thing. They say faith works better for those who truly believe. It's like if you want to pray, but you don't really believe in that higher power, I believe that higher power is gonna struggle to work for you. However, when you truly believe, when you can see something in your head, when you can feel it in your heart, and you're very clear about your beliefs and what you know is there, even though you can't see it, which is faith, things are able to happen. Things are able to occur in your life, and I feel like that's your superpower. Just knowing that you're not alone, and you do have this help, you do have this guidance. And let me turn this down a little bit. I feel like I'm kind of yelling. yeah, it's like, yo, we're superheroes. We're all superheroes. It's the main thing I tell my children every day, and that's why I try to have them be good people. But beyond them being good people, I feel like the universe will direct their steps. There's a lot of different reasons why I feel like you should follow your intuition. I thought of a few. Off top, I would say, you're following your intuition when you start to have like these vivid dreams about the passions and things you want to do in life. I know myself, when I'm able to wake up right away and think, what was I just thinking? Like, I mean, as soon as I crack my eyes, if I think to myself, what was I just thinking? A lot of times when I'm able to catch that moment, it has a lot to do with my current path. And not that I'm able to dissect all of my dreams, but you just feel ones that have kind of a message. And that also is your intuition. Like, pick up on everything that the universe is trying to give you, everything that you feel like you don't understand, but your inner self is telling you is something. Grab that. Those are like the little signs. Like, you can get little signs from anywhere. Like, have you ever been in a position where you just happen to keep looking at the clock and the clock is always a certain time? Like, you look at the clock and it says 11:11, or you look at the clock and it says 2:22, and this thing just keeps on happening to you. There are no coincidences, my friend. So you can catch little glimpses of how your intuition may be working. I feel like people who are very empathetic are people with strong intuition, because it's very hard to not be empathetic when you feel and know you truly know what it is. So if you see people who are like very caring, they're usually very intuitive people, because they can kind of just feel out a situation, and that is who they are. It's like intuition can come from a person, or it can come from anyone. However, someone is highly intuitive when they can see through people. Have you ever met someone that just sees through the bullshit? Like, all the time, no matter what. Like, when you look in their face, you can actually see them piercing through your soul. You know what I'm saying? Some people can just see through people. I feel like that's a lot of times that's why people don't want to look me in the eye, because when I look you in your eye, people have told me like, yo, Sai, you look like you're piercing my soul. That's because I can see you. No matter what you have on the outside, your intuition and the feeling you get will allow you to really see people, whether they have a smile on their face, or whether they're crying, whether they're doing something great, or whether they're doing something terrible. Your intuition and what you feel at your base, or what your core, if you're open to it, you know who people are, man. You don't have to wait until someone shits on you to understand the energy you feel when you're around them. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like a spidey sense we all have. People be like, yo, Spider-Man got the spidey sense. Yo, we all have this spidey sense. But it's like, do we ignore it? Do we understand what it is? A lot of people have that spidey sense. I mean, we all have it, but some people get it and don't think that that's what it is. But yo, we literally have these superpowers. Listen to your intuition. It's the ear of your soul. It's a lot of different ways to look at it. When you're in tune with like your body and how you feel, a lot of times your intuition will tell you what you need to know. Your intuition will tell you when you need to change your diet. Your intuition will tell you when your ass needs to go to sleep. Your intuition will tell you when you need to get out of a situation. Like, do not wait for something bad to happen if your intuition is telling you like, yo, don't be around this person, don't be in this situation, because when and if something does happen, at the end of the day, you only have yourself to blame, because you've been given all the tools, you've been given all the superpowers. It's just if you decide to accept the greatness within you or not. A lot of people don't want to accept the greatest within them. And it's like my favorite quote. I once said it on the show. It's from that movie. It's from a couple movies. It's like, people don't fear that they're inadequate. People fear how great they can be. Yo, that greatness is in you, because if you accept how great you can be, then you have a responsibility. You have to be accountable for what your next steps are. But if you don't acknowledge your greatness, if you act like your intuition is not there and you don't know what it is, then it's like you can be lazy and you don't have to live up to who you know you really are. But your intuition is telling you who you really are. You were meant for great things. You listening to this right now were meant for great things, and nobody can tell me any different. It's just that I feel like a lot of the most successful people are successful because they were able to listen to their intuition no matter what. Because sometimes it gets rough, and your intuition will tell you things that don't externally make sense. But it's like, just because externally and what you see, it doesn't make sense. What you're feeling in your heart is what you need to go with. And I think a lot of people are scared shitless by what they're seeing externally. So it's very hard for them to listen and feel to what their intuition is telling them. You have to be brave to listen to your intuition, because it's not like it's a book that comes down and tells you what to do. No, you have to like quiet yourself and be honest with how you truly feel, no matter how you feel. And if you're able to do that, you're gonna be able to do wonderful things. Wonderful things. Yeah, so as you can tell, I've been thinking about this a lot. You ever your phone ever ring and you're not looking at it and you just know who it is? Like you know, my phone could ring right now, but if I'm not looking at the screen, sometimes I can be like all the way across the house and I can feel who's on the other, like I just know. And people say, you know, it was a good guess. Don't doubt yourself, my friend. Don't doubt how powerful you are. We are all knowing. At our best, we are all knowing. You know, we can ask for advice, we can learn things, but at our highest form, at the best of us, we are all knowing. If we quiet our minds, we quiet our hearts, all things are always going to be open to us. Because we're all knowing. Because we're connected to the universe, because the universe is our extended body. A lot of times people think we're separate from God or love or the universe, but we're not separate. And when we open ourselves up to how the universe is us and we're unlimited, we start to understand our intuition, because we know we're unlimited. There's nothing limited about us except our physical form. What other reasons? You pick up different energies around you if you're open to it. And I think that is optimal to your health and what you're going to be doing in this life. Let me get into the song of the day. Then I want to come back, talk about some news. Gonna have my man Cool Kim on, you know what I'm saying? So yo, this next song is Cymarshall Law, We All Know. We're gonna get into it. Let's go.
What I tell is revealing, a prophecy come true. Have you ever felt the feeling? Somehow you just knew. You know what's going on, even if God called audible, cause he's the one that gave you the powers of the oracle. Play things back in my mind like the past was recordable. Look back in the time and it's like you looking forward to. Like kid writing rhymes in the back.
Yeah, welcome back to the Cymarshall Law Show. We've made it to yet another Friday. Another Friday. Yo, it is what? June 25th? Jeez! Yo, I swear just yesterday it was June 1st. First, 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 June 1st. Yo, we're barreling through this year. Oh man. So yeah, we've been talking about intuition because it's the air of your soul. Listen to your intuition, it's the air of your soul. So yeah, my intuition guides me. My intuition has got me out of some sticky situations. My intuition has, when I was younger, I wasn't that great at using my intuition. And I used to ignore it until one day it became something that I couldn't ignore because it was very apparent. I would get into trouble and my intuition would tell me, you know, not to do certain things. And I definitely wouldn't listen. And I learned my lesson. So don't allow life to have to teach you lessons more than once, especially when your intuition is telling you what it is. These are the facts. These are the facts. But yeah, let me throw back on an instrumental. Some lo-fi hip-hop, you know what I'm saying? I suppose let's get into the news of the day, man. I've seen a few things, a few different news articles. I suppose one thing, yo, good morning, Angie, I see you. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning. No audio. There's still no audio? Trying out my new setup. I would hope there's audio. I think you guys can hear me now. Yeah, so I'll be trying. Oh, the news of the day. Yo, so some good news for a lot of people. I would say that Adidas is making leggings that are period proof now, which is super dope. Super dope. Adidas is making leggings that are period proof. I feel like this is an idea that should have happened a long time ago. But I'm very glad for the women and men alike that Adidas has decided to make some leggings that are period proof. I think that's super dope. Because, you know, women have to be athletes all the time. So, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Adidas for making that change. I'm sure all the other athletic companies, yo, good morning, Ace Wonder. I'm sure all the other athletic companies are going to follow suit and begin making leggings that are period proof. Super dope. So moving right along, scientists have figured out a way to instantly cure hiccups. I thought it was pretty cool. What I found was they found a way to stop 92% of attacks on the spot. They've created an L-shaped drinking straw that requires a suction and a swallow motion and is available as a patented product around $15. But this straw, the way they've invented it, makes, you know, cures hiccups on the spot. So I don't know if anyone has like a super serious problem with having hiccups all the time, but I know they piss me off. So I might have to cop this straw. I thought it was pretty cool. What else we got? The boy Nick Cannon explains why he's having all these kids. I didn't need an explanation, but I thought his explanation was interesting because Nick has, I believe he has 7 children right now. Yo, what up, Kim?
Yo, what up, yo?
My guy.
Cymarshall, what up, bro?
There you go. My brother.
I'm feeling cat.
You should have had one of your songs ready. I'm tripping.
That's all good. You know what I'm saying? You know this is impromptu. You know how we do.
Word up. So, yo, my man Cool Kim, aka NY Oil in the building. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for joining me this morning. You got the fresh edge up making me look crazy.
Oh, you know, I'm just starting to, it look like I'm getting my hairline back, you know.
I can dig it. I can dig it.
Yeah, I tell you what, I cut my hair because the other night I did collab lab with Mikey D. So I wanted to be fresh to death because you know what I'm saying, when I did my one with Master Ace, it came out cool. My hair was beat up. So you know,
So you had to get fresh for him.
yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of which, let me do, you know, yeah, can I give the fam a collab lab recap? Let them know where we at with it.
Definitely.
All right, cool. So, all right, for everybody that is not hip, you know what I'm saying, that's getting hip, this is Cool Kim from the UMC's, Blue Cheese, Wonder Growing, you know, like this stuff like that. You know, you remember that poster from Martin Lawrence's house. You know what I'm saying? And I've been doing this project called Collab Lab, where initially it started off with just doing 10 joints with anybody, like, you know what I'm saying, for free, no scams. Because, you know, there's a big scam that they've been doing, not scam, but like a hustle everybody got, where they're like, yo, tag a dope MC. And then you tag somebody that you may know personally as a dope MC. And then they try to hustle them with a mixtape, like where you pay to get on the mixtape.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
couple of my favorite artists sent me those emails. I ain't gonna name no names, but I'm like,
Yeah, I'll name a few. You know what I'm saying? The one that got me was Papoose. You know what I'm saying? And then so when I sent them, like, responded, like, yo, what up, saying? You know, I see you, this is me, you know what I'm saying? We see you want, you know, do something. It's right before I started doing collab that too. I guess it was Sun's management or Sun's whosoever, but they responded very disrespectfully, like, yo, son, your numbers ain't enough to do a new song with me. I was like, yo, you son, you're my son. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I started to diss him, you know what I mean? But I maintained because I was like, yo, it's probably not him. So I'm not going to hold him accountable in this situation for what his friends or somebody got working for him that may not know better did. You know what I mean? Yeah. But it didn't change the fact that it was just not cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if I wasn't me? You know what I'm saying? And that's not what's up. That's not how we're supposed to engage our fans, the people who support us and believe us. I don't believe in us. I don't believe that. I don't think that's cool. There's a better way. You know, like when I look at the way you're giving the people with the radio show faithfully, you know what I'm saying? Crack of dawn in the morning. You know what I mean? Like that's a lot of love and commitment. That's how we treat our fans. That's how we take care of the people that take care of us. Not, you know, setting up fake, you know, mixtape hustles to violate the people that look up to us, or the people.
And then it'd be like, I'm looking out for you.
Yeah, like you're doing solid. Like, son, that's not a solid. So I was like, yo, if you're gonna do some righteousness, let me show you how this works. Let me show you how you engage your fans and fam. And I did the collab lab, so it's meant to be 10 artists. Right now we're at like song number 8. Okay. I still got to do my 10 artists that's unknown. You know what I'm saying? Because we got so many dope people on Collab Lab, which was the added surprise that, yo, so many people, yourself included, you know, got down with Collab Lab. You know, in most cases, new friendships. You know what I mean? So it wasn't like I knew cats from way back, and cats that just mutual admiration, mutual respect. You know, people that my estimation, really don't got the time to do collab lab.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, truly, they don't got jobs, families, their own endeavors. You know, if it's not something that doesn't make money, I'm not knocking somebody for not seeing a sense in doing it. You know what I'm saying? Right. But everybody's done it. You know, everybody's joining in. It's been amazing. The love has been phenomenal. So I'm really, you know, like, yeah, it's real exciting, man. So as of late,
one with Master Ace was dope. I joined that one.
That joint is sick. All right. Yeah. He sent me the, yo, all right, so let me tell you, bro. You know how, you know, when people talk to me, they be like, yo, son, you don't know, you don't have no idea how this feels when we're doing collab lab. I be like, yo, son, you have no idea. I do know how it feels because I'm still Kim. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm cool Kim from UMC, even Oil. I'm still Kim. Like, I'm still the kid that was banging on the lunch table making beats and trying to rhyme. You know what I mean? Like, I'm still that guy. So to be on the track with Master Ace, bro, that's just, I don't even know how to explain that adequately. The dopeness of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like, how do you even like explain to people? I grew up on Master Ace too. He's my senior. So, you know, it's like, yo, I'm having the same experience. So for me, it was like, yo, can I do a great song with Master Ace? You know, can I do a great song with Mikey D? Can I do a great song with Cymarshall? Can I find them and then connect with them to make a dope ass song? Like, not just put my verse in their verse and then, you know, match up to see who's the dopest so that my fans are your. No, like, how do we connect and people say, wow, that's a great fucking song, man. You know what I'm saying? Like that, wow, they really, that's deep, man. I like what they just did. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, so I would, the show today is called Listen to Your Intuition. Would you say your intuition is what drew you to decide to do Collab Lab?
Well, you know, here's the thing, you know, and I was vibing off of the topic of the show, listen to your intuition. So, you know, first let me say that intuition, much like talent, is a low-level ESP, a latent latent psionic ability, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Or low-level psychics, you know, it's telepathy, all of those types of things is what intuition to me falls under the category of. It is the mind's sense of what is occurring that the eyes, ears, nose, and mouth can't quite detect. You know, it's the mind's ability to predict the future events, the potential ramifications of things that it has no idea because it hasn't seen those events, but it can calculate them. And so that skill, like any other skill, requires discipline and development. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's not something that just because, you know, I imagine if you could fly, side, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could really fly, but you didn't know. And nobody around you knew how to fly either. So no one could either tell you, instruct you, or even believe you for that matter. You probably wouldn't be able to do much more with flying other than like an occasional extra long jump. It's like, wow, that's a crazy long jump I just did. You know, it will manifest in these very odd ways. Like, you know, you might fall down, and you fall down, you don't hit the ground as hard because you're low-key hovering, sort of, you know, but you never really, you know, so you may even miss that you can fly.
Right.
You may go your whole lifetime and never know that you can fly, but for the fact some bizarre thing happens that causes you to have to fly. You see what I'm saying? And even in that case, how good could you fly when you really finally realize that you can fly? You're 30 years old, you feel like you realize you can fly. That's that, you know, you're a little late again.
So it's like a lot of people have this power, but if they don't use it, by the time they're old, it's like they can't even use this shit.
It'd be more dangerous than anything else. So when you know, because think about it, you get these intuitions. So think about people running around talking about intuition, right? Don't understand it. Don't understand the mechanism of it. You know, don't understand that space before REM sleep and, you know, that dozing off space where you can have those outer bodies. Like, you don't understand how these things work, right?
Right.
And you're playing with it. So now you're playing with extra dimensional portals. You're playing with, you know, higher planes of existence. You're dealing with your top 7 chakras. And in some cases, because you don't know what you're doing, you're dealing with your lower 7. So now you're opening up a portal to all kind of energy to access you. So here it is, you got good intentions, thinking that you foreseeing stuff with your intuition, and then meanwhile you opening the door to some sort of demonic spirit, or, you know, or.
No, I'm glad you brought that up, because I've definitely been meditating sometimes and been like back and forth in between, like,
you could feel yourself.
Dog, I felt like that was a different energy. Like, I definitely just picked up on something else and had to stop and cut it out.
I'm gonna text you. I'm gonna send you on Facebook later on today a link to a couple of mangas. You familiar with manga?
Manga,
yeah. Manga
like
is
like the drawing.
Yeah, it's Japanese comic book,
like the anime sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I read those right now because this season of anime been whack. But I've been reading a lot of manhwa, which is, I think, Korean manga, basically comic books, and they talk a lot about cultivating, spirit cultivating, mental cultivating, you know, like, you know, the martial arts cultivations, you know what I'm saying? And cultivating is an important word and term that we got to use in all of these things, like in intuition. You know, when I was younger, I used to be carrying on with my girl or whatever, and my girl's intuition would know that I was messing around. And lying to protect myself, I damaged the intuition by keep telling her that she was bugging.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when we got older, you know what I'm saying, she became my wife and we was unified in vision, right? I realized the mistake in it, you know what I'm saying? So I had to sit down with her and it came to, you know, coming to God conversation like, darling, you was always right. You know what I'm saying? And I need you to know that you're always right because we got to trust your intuition because it's always right.
Right.
So now we're going to start trusting it. And then, you know, over the years, we've been, you know, I've been accessing her intuition. You know what I mean? I think the female energy's intuition on a higher scale level in us because they're caretakers. So that protective nature kind of maybe heightens that latent ability. And so I rely on my wife's intuition a great deal now as we're older and, you know, mature and, you know, the childish things are behind us. I, you know, even for myself, I got a term that I'll say to my wife. I'll say, you know, my spirit don't feel, my spirit is is uncomfortable. It's uneasy right now. And I can't call it. I don't know what's wrong, but something's wrong. And then, you know, we just start analyzing. And sometimes we'll catch it. Sometimes it'll hit and we don't catch it, but we're mentally, emotionally prepared for it.
Right.
You know, so what I'm ultimately saying about intuition and just back to the original question, I understand intuition and allow myself to be in my natural self and my natural state of being and to be my, you know, to follow my natural rhythms, you know. So in that regard, yeah, man, because the people that I've reached out to have all been the perfect people. Each one dropping, like each one giving me a little bit more. All right, so I'm watching this anime that's out now on Netflix called The Record of Ragnarok. The last.
Oh, is that good?
It's good. It's good. It's good. It's a good watch. It's a good watch.
I didn't see it, but I saw it like the preview.
I cried 3 times.
You cried 3 times? It must be dope.
3 fights, right? There's three fights in the first season. And
the fights are so ill, you cried.
I cried tears. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like I ain't even ashamed to say it. Son,
it shouldn't be. I'm not laughing because of that. I'm just like,
no, I'm not ashamed to say it because son, the what I love about anime, Asian comic books and fantasy and mythology is I love the storytelling. Character development is amazing. And their sense of the cultural sense of honor and certain things and certain, you know, like it just you know, I identify with it. I like it. It's my style. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But like I was saying though, you know, this one I'm watching now, it's called The Record of Ragnarok. And they have this character that's like he's basically the biggest loser in history. He fought everybody, never wins. You understand? But he fought all the best swordsmen, he never wins, right? But what they didn't understand, it's not a spoiler, it's just telling you the character. So what cats didn't understand was that he would surrender at a point in a fight when he knew he lost, right? He'd like, he'd be like, oh, yeah, I lost. He'd be like, yo, I surrender. And but what he would do is, after the fight, he would replay the fight and the fighter's movements in his head, nonstop. And he'd be like, yo, I had to replay this fight 130 times before I won. But now I don't have to fight you anymore because now I know I beat you.
I beat you mentally, right?
Yeah, I've already beat you. Like I know I beat you already. And then in one case he did it and he just put his hand up in the air and the dude that he did it to felt the murderous, it's like he felt his death and just dropped to his, you know, genuflected in front of him, like, yo, you know, say I surrender you. Whoa, you know, like that was how powerful what he had done was. So what I'm trying to say is that there's so many different ways to access these powers that we have, these talents.
Yo, on that note, I want to replay the song of the day because I have a new setup over here, and I think when I played it earlier, I'm reading the comments, and Angie was like, "Yo, there's no audio." So I want to play it and make sure there's audio this time. Then I'll come back and finish talking about the news of the day, and then I'm trying to be off of here by like 7, so we're gonna wrap this up. But yo, stay with me, Kim. Okay. Stay with me. And tell me what you think about this joint. I made this joint in like 2006, but I think it's very relevant to today's show. It's called We All Know, Cymarshall Law, and it goes a little something like this.
feeling somehow you. What I tell is revealing. A prophet.
No audio again?
I hear you, but not the music.
I wonder. Let me try this.
Well, here's the thing. It came in with sound. Like I
It
heard
came in what?
I heard the first couple of seconds, and then
I think I know what's going on. I have this new setup today, and I wasn't going to use it because I didn't practice yet, but I think I'm starting to understand it.
What I tell is revealing. A prophecy come true. Have you ever felt the feeling? Somehow you just knew. You know what's going on, even if God called audible. Cause he's the one that gave you the powers of the oracle. Play things back in my mind like the past was recordable. Look back in the time and it's like you looking forward to. That kid writing rhymes in the back of the class. And now it's like I'm fighting crimes when I rap to the mass. I just knew I'm a star. Nobody had to tell me that. I love you, so I'm off for this, I'll go to hell and back. I don't follow your ways, if it's my truth I'm seeking. Who you are, depends on what you believe in. A lot of choices ahead, but when you stop, you know it's really fact. There's a voice in your head telling you not to do this or that. It's up to you what is true in your soul. When asked a question without stroking, so no.
The stars shine and the wind blows. Is this really as you feel? Cause you just know. And there might be someone don't see what you see, what you bring your destiny. Ain't need nothing that can stop you if you know in your heart and believe it's true. It's the sunshine and the wind blows. Is as real as you feel. We are.
I used to wish I was an angel with wings so I could fly away. But I became a king and was able to see a brighter day. Cause we all know, maybe forgotten apart. So ask me which way to go, baby, follow your heart. You don't need an astrology chart to give yourself definition. What can tell you who you are? Use your inner vision, inner wisdom. In your soul, you gotta trust, Lord. We all know that's why you get that feeling in your gut for. That's why you ain't go out when your boys got arrested. Your intuition kicked in and protested. Like you were guided by some type of psychic force. When you meditate with knowledge, you have an unlimited source. Clear your thoughts and see what comes to mind. Give me talk, cause the words I speak are divine. Universal law when I rock into the front row. I'm talking about the things nobody tells you, you just know.
Yo, Ace Wonder, what up? Dr. Roland Lang, what up? Angie, what up?
Someone don't see what you see, what you bring your destiny. It'll stop you if you know in your heart and believe it's true. It's the sunshine and the wind blows. It's as real as you feel. We are.
I deal with the unexplainable, not always what I see. Like I just know when someone's standing behind me. Or somebody grilling the law. Eyes pierced in the back of my head. I swear I'm feeling it, y'all. I just know Dad don't gotta tell me you love me. That's like saying when the sun comes out, it's gonna be sunny. I know I'm in tune with the vibe of the world. When I step in the room, my energy speaks 1,000 words. So without talking, you know what I think. Like Malcolm Gladwell in his book called Blink. I don't know, cause our soul is ever living. And we search for answers as if they were hidden. It was written. Just gotta remember that you wrote it. When I'm spitting, I'm not a pretender, and you know it. Trace back to your young days. Remember you. They say that you've always known what you was meant to do.
Cause you just know and there might be someone don't see what you see, what you bring your destiny. Ain't need nothing that stop you. You know in your heart and believe it's true. It's the sunshine and the wind blows.
Yeah. We are back.
Right there. That's all right. I like that, yo. I like the
Thank
chorus. I like the vibes. I like everything. That's a good song, man. I didn't hear that joint.
Thank you, my brother. Yo, I'm curious how the audio sounded because I'm not using my audio card.
No, it sounds perfect. It sounds perfectly clear. How does my audio sound in fact?
Yours sounds really good. Yours sounds really good.
I switched over to the roadcaster. I wanted you to hear something. I know we got to jump off in 8 minutes, okay? And I know you got to do the last thing. I got something for you.
Play it. I just want to make sure play that shit. We're gonna see how it
Audio
sounds.
should come out decent because I'm going through my interview.
All right, let me turn this beat down.
Yeah, let's see if this works. We'll run a quick test. If it don't work, well, maybe another day I'll play it when I get my stuff together. But this right here is a sneak preview of the Cool Kim Master Ace collab lab.
Woo!
All right. It's a sneak preview. No one's heard it. It's not even fully mixed. Okay. So this version, y'all hearing the demo version of it. So this is exclusively on the Cymarshall Law Show. All right. The only place I will play. Exclusive. Let's do it, bro. You ready? So, give me the high sign if it's too loud or stuff like that so I can turn it down.
All right, bet. Oh, you look like you having my problem. Wait. Let me see. Oh, I don't hear nothing. Nothing yet. Nothing. There you go. Oh man, I can hear it, but it doesn't sound good. You know what you should do? Just play it. Just play it. Like don't play it. Don't try to play it through anything.
I play it through. You'll hear it through my mic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably come out with that way. I'll finish with this. All right, here we go, fellas.
Let's go. Cymarshall Law exclusive.
Myself, yeah, I know the rules. I'm trying to bless the world with the soul rules. And I'm a little bitty lad with it, take a city swag. I'm the stuff for the older dudes.
Oh, Kim, you can't even do it. I know what that shit wants to sound like. I can't hear it properly. Nope. You can't do that to the people. I know that song is going to be incredible, but it doesn't sound coming through.
Right. All right, this is what we're gonna do. Let's do this. I got an even better idea.
Send it to me, and I can play it on my side. Real talk.
All right,
don't show nobody.
I can do that. I can do that for you. I can definitely do that for you.
Well, I am.
That is not a problem. You know what I'm saying?
All right, let me make sure I got the. You send it to the correct.
I'm looking it down because it's gonna take like 5 seconds.
Wait. Let me tell you the correct email to send it to because I don't want to have to sign in and out.
Yeah, I know.
Matter of fact, fuck it. Send it to
I just send it to the normal email I send it to. I just send it to I normally send it to.
All right, cool.
You know
yep. So while he's sending that, get back a little bit into the news of the day. So the things I wanted to talk about. Adidas, number one, they've made leggings that are period proof, super dope for them. I'm just gonna kind of run through these. Scientists figured out a way to instantly cure hiccups with that straw that I was talking about earlier. Nick Cannon explained why he's having all these kids. Oh, I was saying right when you joined, not that he needs an explanation, but he said, because, I don't know if y'all know, but Nick Cannon has lupus, and he's like, he just feels he's gonna go to the other realm sooner than later. So he wants to leave a legacy. That's why Nick Cannon keeps dropping kids. He's like, yo, why use a condom? Yo, I didn't misquote him. He actually said that. I read the article. What else we got here? Loki at the Marvel Universe. I don't know if he's the first bisexual in the MCU, but in the last episode of Loki, it came out that Loki definitely goes both ways. Hey, these are the things. Moving right along, Regina King is gonna come out with a Black Western. Yo, the preview for this joint looks so ill. Yo, Regina King, Idris Elba's in it, Lake Heath, I think Stanfield is his name.
Yeah.
Yo, all the newer dope ass Black actors are in it. So it's a whole cast full of Black Western, and starring Regina King. Yo, it looks incredible. I can't wait to see.
I was this close to bagging Regina King up.
Word?
It's close.
Wait, tell us about that.
We was at the Gavin convention. I got videotape of it. I'm talking like we waiting for the car. Regina King is standing right. That's 227 Regina King. All right. It's not. You know what I mean? It's not.
Yeah.
This 2020 Regina King. It's a 227 Regina King. You know what I'm saying? Like that year, back in them days, cross colors Regina King. You know what I'm saying? I'm throwing a little like, hey, what's happening? I'm striking it up. But the limo came by my mom. At the time, she wasn't a looker like that. Like she hadn't fully become Regina King, how we know. So I wasn't pressed. You know what I'm saying? I was more in my star thing. So I didn't work out like that. I be seeing the commercials with the whip. I was like, yo, you messed up, kid.
Yo, one time, it's not on the same level, but one time Fergie came for your boy, man.
Who?
Fergie, from Black Eyed Peas. Yeah, man. She's trying it on your boy, man.
Nah. No, you gotta tell me that one.
Yo, as the kids say, no cap, man. No cap.
No cap.
No cap, none at all. Yo, did you send that joint yet?
It's in your inbox.
Oh man, I must have. What email you sent it to, man? I'm tripping.
I sent it to the one that you sent me the Zoom.
Oh, bet. I found it. All right. Yo, this is Master Ace, Cool Kim. Yo, this joint got a name yet?
I believe in myself.
I believe in myself. Let's go. Ho. Yeah, I just got a new computer, Kim. This is the first song I ever downloaded on my new computer.
Is it?
Yeah. Let's go. Cool Kim, Master Ace, let's go.
I believe in myself, yeah, I know the rules. Trying to bless the world with the stories. I was just a little bitty lad with it in the city swag. I looked up to the older dudes. Time flies and your hair's gray. First your vibe dies in your airplane. And then what you looking at? Living the rest of your lifetime looking back.
I'm not sure anymore what I'm meant to be. And despite all my trials and adversity, the slings and the arrow, the bone and the barrel, the struggle that made an eagle out of a little sparrow. I strive, I survive, I rose, I rob, I thrive, I stayed alive, and I see that all these things I've done and the things I be was because I believe. Yeah, now when you know that you're born for this, not built for that, you're born with the will of persist. And I'm that cat, and in fact, it wouldn't be the real simple matter. Succumb to be dumb, to let my dreams scatter. Though I become the reason that rise past the chatter. The old soul players rolled in, but he had a. I learned young where I was from, that you can live by your word, without the guns. I'm not sure anymore what I'm meant to be. And despite all my trials and adversity, the slings and the arrow, the bone and the marrow, the struggle that made an eagle out of a little sparrow. I strive, I survive, I rose, I rob, I thrive, I stayed alive, and I see that all these things I've done and the things I be was because I believe. Yeah, I was ostracized, stressed, so mad lies. I see fire and rain, strain in my eyes. Yeah, I know pain, but I maintain living lies. Like the mind, angel spirits, still I rise. The case birds sing, the way to be a fly with a broken wing. But I know one thing, you didn't break the boy, you didn't take my joy, you just provoked the king. Or the despair the hell I bring. Yeah.
I believe like men of God. The righteous are allowed and the sinners barred. Naysayers and yes men are both toxic. Gotta watch who's allowed in my inner squad. Life moves at a snail's pace. When a Powerball pick is your fail safe. And then what you looking at? Believe in that man in the mirror there looking back.
I'm not sure anymore what I'm meant to be. And despite all my trials and adversity, the slings and the arrow, the bone and the marrow, the struggle that made an eagle out of a little sparrow.
Let's go.
I survive, I rose, I rob, I thrive, I stayed alive, and I see that all these things I've done and the things I be was because I believed in me.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's a heat rock right there. Heat RZA.
And it's a perfect song to have debuted, have sneak previewed on your show, because it really, like, these are the type of subjects and concepts you always talk about here. And I just I just want to say again, I've said it before, I'm gonna say it again, and I'll say it after this, how personally proud I am to know you and to have you in my universe as well as being in yours, because you're doing a brave thing, man. And sometimes, man, when you do this stuff, it's not enough thanks, it's not enough acknowledgement. And every time I get a chance, I'm gonna just remind you how proud I am of you, and yo, you exemplify what I believe hip hop should be, and I hope that you continue doing what you're doing. And I will always support, and I will always low key be watching. So even if you see one on there watching, it's probably me rolling something up, watching you carrying on. You heard? I'll be here, brother.
Word up. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. I really, really appreciate that. I had a show one time. I called it Peaks and Valleys, and I always try to remember what I said on that show, because I said, on the journey that a lot of us on, you know, some days are going to be high days and some days are going to be low days, but you have to, like, no matter if they're high or low, just keep the journey, keep focus on the mission.
Yep. Straight through. Right through. I'm right through. That's real talk. So I know you want to bounce me too. You know, I'm gonna get into my thing. I got work to do, brother. I love you. I appreciate you. I value, and I'm just continuously rooting for you. You heard? So let's keep it going, and I'll talk to you soon, my good bro. You heard?
All right, peace, my brother. I'll talk to you soon. Yo, so I have a couple more news things, but not anything too significant. So I'm gonna wrap it up, and I'm gonna give you the quote of the day, because I got some things to do myself. Quote of the day. Cymarshall Law Show. Yo, I love y'all. Thank you for joining. Thank you for everything. Check it out. Here's the quote of the day. Our intuition gets obscured by fears and beliefs that we have erected in front of it. When we lose trust in our intuitive knowledge, we begin to close down the channel of information by ignoring it. The good news is, though we may shut out the messages we receive from the higher self continues to give them. So it is impossible to completely lose the ability to be intuitive. By Till Swan. I'm gonna read that one again because I love it so much. Our intuition gets obscured by fears and beliefs that we have erected in front of it. When we lose trust in our intuitive knowledge, we begin to close down that channel of information by ignoring it. The good news is, though we may shut out the messages we receive from the higher self continues to give them. So it is impossible to completely lose the ability to be intuitive. Till Swan. My name is Cymarshall Law. This is the Cymarshall Law Show. Hope y'all have a great weekend filled with love, positive energy, joy, health, good times, and laughter. I'm sending y'all blessings and good vibes. Yo, until next week, Cymarshall Law saying peace, love, and positive